Hello, my name is Sonia and this is video number 4 in my series The Basics of Crochet, and today we're going to learn how to make a slip knot and how to make a chain. And as you can see, I have my card here. It has abbreviation CH and it has chain. So when you're reading a crochet pattern, most patterns are written in abbreviations, so you're going to need to know what those abbreviations are. And all of the abbreviations that I go over in my videos are in US terms. Some patterns are written in UK terms, and what that means is all the stitches in either a UK pattern or a US pattern are the same stitch, but they just might be called something different. So for example, where I live in the US, we call sneakers a sneaker, but in other parts of the country they might call them tennis shoes, or somewhere else they might call them trainers. It's still a sneaker, it just has a different name. So just to clear that up, so everything that I go over again is in US terms. So if you're reading a pattern and you see a CH, you'll know that it stands for chain, and then there usually is a number after it. So it would be CH, and let's say they want you to chain 20, so they would have a 20 next to it. Some patterns do have the abbreviations like a glossary right on there telling you what all the abbreviations mean. Some patterns don't. Some patterns will assume that you already know. So I'm going to try to teach you those. So to get started, before we can even make a chain, we need to make a slip knot. So we're going to have our worsted weight yarn in a light color, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways on how to make a slip knot. So the way that I normally use, you're going to want to have about 6 inches of yarn like that in your right hand, and then your working yarn is in your other hand. So the working yarn is the yarn coming out of the skein. So what you're going to do is you're going to wrap the yarn around your index finger. So you're going to take the shorter piece, wrap it around, and you're going to make an X like that. So you have your shorter piece here. Here's your X. So I like to use my thumb for a little bit of control. So you're going to take this shorter piece, you're going to tuck it under the loop on your finger, and it looks like a pretzel, like that. And then I like to take my hook, and you're going to grab one part of your pretzel, and you need to make sure you grab both loops, and you just gently pull, and you have your slip knot. So to know if you've made your slip knot correctly, you just pull it apart. If it pulls apart easily, you know that you've done it right. So we're going to do it again. So you're going to wrap it around your finger, make your X, here's your shorter piece, tuck that under, there you have your pretzel, grab your hook and just grab both pieces and gently pull. So that's one way to do it. So if that way's confusing, here's another way. So you're going to need a flat surface. You're going to form a circle like that, and you're going to see that there's an X on the top here. So here's the shorter piece, here's the working yarn. So you're going to take the shorter piece, tuck that under, and there you have your pretzel on your surface. So you can grab your loop, or grab your hook, and then you're going to grab the loop. And you want to make sure you have both pieces. If you don't grab the one, this is what happens, and then you have a regular knot. So you know that you haven't done it right. So we'll do that again. So you form your circle on there, working yarn, here's your shorter piece, here's your X here. Tuck that like so. There you have your pretzel. Grab your hook. I'm going to grab the one part of your pretzel and then gently pull. And you have your slip knot on your hook, and you're ready to begin chaining. So this shorter piece here, when you're working your chain or even crocheting anything, you don't worry about the short piece. So you'll just let him hang, and you'll be using the working yarn. So I'm going to show you what a chain looks like. So here I already have a chain that I made. And you're going to think of your chain as your foundation. So a lot of crochet patterns start with a chain, and then what you do is you build off of your chain. So you need to have a good chain so that you can make your foundation. Just like if you're building a house, you want to have a nice strong foundation so that your house will not fall down. Same with your project. So you have your good foundation, and then you can go from there. So to start your chain, you have your working yarn. Again, we're not going to worry about this guy. And you want to make sure your loop on your hook is not too tight or too loose. So this is a little loose here. You don't want to have a gap like that. You also don't want to have it so tight that it's squeaky. And you're going to be working on this part. There's a narrow part of the hook here. You don't want to have your slip knot real tight here. You want to concentrate more on this part of the hook. So you want to have your slip knot to that shape. Again, you don't want to have it down here. It's a little bit wider. So right there. So you're going to take your working yarn and you're going to wrap it around your hook. So you're going to go from the back to the front, just like so. And you are going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now today I am using a size H hook, number 9, or a 5mm. You can certainly use a G, or you can use an I hook. That is completely up to you. And we're going to talk about how to hold the hook. I hold my hook generally like a knife hold is what they call it. Some people like to hold it like a pencil. Some people kind of grab it. There's no really right or wrong way on how you hold your hook. Some people will tell you there is. Again, there is no crochet police. You hold your hook how it's comfortable for you. And you hold your working yarn how it's comfortable for you. I kind of grab it like that, but some people like to wrap it around their finger. There's a lot of debates about how to hold your hook and yarn. My theory on it is just do it how it works for you. As long as the end result is good, it really doesn't matter. So what you're going to do is the yarn you just wrapped around the hook is going to catch under this hook to make your chain. And you're going to pull this loop over like so to start the chain. So for beginners, I like to have them grab it with their fingers for a little more control. I don't normally do it. I just usually do this. But when you're starting out, it can be, you're going to feel all thumbs, or you're going to need 10 hands. So just to grab it's a little bit easier for some people. So I have made 1 chain. But for you, let me start that over again just so we're all on the same page. So I have my slip knot. So we're going to wrap our yarn back to the front. We have 2 loops. So that's going to catch. I'm going to have you grab it like that and gently pull it over. So we have 1 chain. Doesn't look too exciting, but that's 1. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make 10. So we're going to go back to the front. You can grab it. That guy's going to catch. Gently pull it over. And you don't need to have a death grip or anything on it. Just gently pull it over. So we have made 2 chains. We want to make 10. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and when you're working, you don't need to have a death grip on it or, tense up. Just try to be relaxed. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we need 6, 7, 8, and I'll go slow again for the last 2. Back to the front, 9, and 10. Now we're going to take a look at our chain, and you might notice that your chain looks a little bit different than mine. Some of your chains might be looser or tighter, and that's very normal when you're starting out. The goal is, though, you want to have a nice even chain like this. That means your tension, you want it to be good, but it takes a little practice for that. And when you're crocheting, you're going to be doing a lot of counting, so it's really important to know how to read your work, and what that means is to know what you did. So we are going to count these chains, because if you start off with the wrong amount of chains in a specific pattern, it's just going to throw everything off. So you want to make sure that you have the right amount. So how to count a chain is you're going to look at this, and it's going to look like some of these guys are a V on its side. A V is in victory. So what we have is one leg of a V, another leg of a V, and here's the center. So we're going to start at our first V right here. So here is one leg here, here's one leg, here's our middle of our V. That is one chain. This whole thing right here is one chain. So that's number 1. This will be number 2. One leg of our V, the other leg, the middle. This is number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. Sometimes the last one, sometimes it'll get a little crunchy, but it's there. It's number 10. So we know that we have the right amount of chains. So that is how you make a slip knot and a chain. Thank you so much for watching.